this tutorial is going to be showing you how to do a tonal scale. Now I can't take credit for these are my husband's expertise here. So he's done several tonal scales here. He's done one using hatching and cross hatching, one using hatching, one using scumbling, one using pointillism, which is loads of little dots, one using regular pencil, one using watercolour, one using gouache, and one using oil pastel. Okay, we aren't going to do this many today. You will, over the course of Key Stage 3, have a little go at most of these. But today we're just going to focus on our pencil tonal scale, which is this one here. Okay, so going back to our PowerPoint here, this again is talking to you about tone, and we need to apply tone to our drawings. This drawing is a circle and a line in the background. Without any shading, it would just look like a circle. As soon as we start applying the dark, the mid and the light areas to the circle, it becomes a sphere. And that's the same with any object that we're drawing. As soon as we apply tone, it becomes 3D and more realistic, which is what we're looking to do. So first things first is we need to draw out our tonal scale to really practice how dark our pencil can go and how light our pencil can go. So I'm going to talk that through with you now. First things first, we're going to be working on different paper today. We're not going to be doing this in our sketchbook because we're going to cut it out and stick it onto our background, okay, which we've just done. So first things first, we're going to use a ruler to draw our tonal scale. Now it's quite handy if you've got a 15cm ruler because you can probably just draw around the whole thing. But I'm going to do it measured just in case you haven't. So we're looking to have, let's go for 6 squares, and we're going to make each of those squares 1 inch. Okay, so I'm going to start at 0 and I'm going to put a little mark here. I'm going to go up to 1, I'm going to put a little mark there. I'm going to go up to 2, put a mark there, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Obviously making sure that my ruler is straight. It's always really important. Going down again, making sure that it is a right angle and that we've got that nice and straight. We're going to go down 1 inch. And the other side, again, making sure that it is vertical and it's parallel with the edge of our paper. So make sure that is straight. We're going to go down 1 inch. And then we're going to join up our lines, obviously getting our ruler in the right position. Perfect, good job. Excellent, that's fine. And then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 inch again down. So that's 1 inch going down and then joining them up, making sure that your ruler is straight. I should be using a sharp pencil here as well, but I've just started with this blunt pencil, which doesn't make life easy. No, that's fine, darling, you keep your one. Okay, so there we are. Right, I'm going to make a start. Our first box, it needs to be as dark as you can possibly get it, okay? So the pencil we're going to be using is a 2B pencil. Your B of that 2B stands for black, which means that your pencil will go really dark and it is soft, which means that you should be able to shade really smoothly and it should end up looking quite like a block when you've finished with it. Okay, so I'm going to just go across. A good technique is to use that little small flat circles so that it ends up being really smooth. Little small flat circles, doing really well. Really might be mindful of those edges as well. We want those edges to be nice and neat. Okay, the next one along, we want that to be less dark. So I'm going to take the pressure off now. I'm not pushing so hard, and I'm running along, keeping my lines nice and close together. And I'm doing these nice small movements. I'm not dragging across. And when I want to do this edge here, a really good technique is to turn the page so that you're not kind of working like this. You're learning. You're actually moving the paper, so you don't need to change position. Your pencil does. Having said that, I just changed position. There we are. So that's my second one done. Excellent. Fantastic. Well done. Mind those edges. We want to not go over those edges so much for the next box. The next box down is the same thing. Little small circles. Nice small. That's perfect. Well done. Keeping our pencil nice and close together. Now at this point, because we pushed really hard for our first box, our pencil's got more kind of blunt, which is kind of good for our shading because things are more smooth and you've got a softer edge to on the nib of your pencil there. Mine's actually gone into a nice angle. And then this side here, again, I've turned my page so that I don't have to move too much. I'm still keeping that level of control. And that's our next box done. Excellent, that's it. Turning it round so we can get right up close into those corners, right up close to those edges. That's it. Doing those little small circles, not moving across the whole square yet. I'm just gradually going up and down, covering that square slowly and carefully. This one is the hardest one, guys. Keeping that pencil nice and light and keeping the consistency the same so it doesn't go dark in some areas and light in others. That is a challenge, especially if you're used to pushing hard with your pencil. This one is the hardest, okay?